Hi, my name is Adamedia3, and today we dive in the widely universe of lost and interesting media. Stay tuned. 4 episodes of Phineas and Ferb. Spot the Diff were aired twice per during a 2-hour event on the Disney Channel on August 8, 2008. The Fast and the Phineas, Toy to the World, Lawn Gnome Beach Party of Terror, and It's a Mud World were the episodes that were included in this special. An episode would air in 2 parts, the original version and the modified version. Small details, like a character's haircut for a shot or an object's look, would change from the original to the modified version. It was suggested that viewers visit disneychannel.com to read the event guidelines and print out a scorecard to record the variations between each episode's original and modified versions. Following that, viewers had the option to take 4 online quizzes regarding the variations between each show. They would see Put That Putter Away and Does This Duckbill Make Me Look Fat? 2 Phineas and Ferb episodes that hadn't yet aired, if they completed the exam questions properly. An individual under the name of the Zapster initially posted the modified episodes to vid.me, however, this account was subsequently closed. Before they were removed though, someone else downloaded the movies and uploaded them to archive.org, where they are still viewable as of this writing. Mickey Mouse in Vietnam? From 1970 onward, Savage and Glazer's associates were the only people who saw the movie, apart from the occasional festival screening. Disney is claimed to have been uninvited to attend the short and to have made an effort to acquire and destroy as many copies of the film as they could. This claim has never been confirmed and is widely believed to be untrue. Short subject soon vanished into oblivion, staying that way for several decades until making a brief comeback in 2010 at the Sarajevo Film Festival. Apart from the copy held by the Sarajevo Film Festival, it was also found that a copy of the short was held by the Filmmakers Coop in New York, which was a part of a 38-minute 16mm collection reel named For Life Against the War Selections. Although the reel could be rented, it was only rented to appropriate organisations like museums and film festivals. Due to this, it was difficult to actually view the short. The closest thing was a quick collection of screenshots available online, most of which were first released in the French book Bon Anniversaire, Mickey, Happy Birthday, Mickey, in 1998. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Lost Original Pilot 2003, the animated TV show Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which airs on Cartoon Network, centres on an 8-year-old boy and his imaginary friend, a blue ghost-like creature who live in a large mansion with other imaginary friends. With dogs that resembled the show's characters, animator Craig McCracken wanted to create a test pilot for the program. Instead of 22 minutes, the test pilot should only last 6 minutes, and the characters from that era appear completely different. The producers thought it would be too difficult to name Blue, so Craig McCracken went with the name Blue instead of Blob. In 2002, Cartoon Network conducted a pilot test. The pilot also featured a very different version of the logo. In the pilot, Terrence, Mac's cruel elder brother, Frankie, and Mr. Harriman were not present. Boomerang and Cartoon Network never ran the pilot. The tagline for the pilot is All New Premieres. Consider that. In the pilot, the characters have the same appearance. May 12, 2020. Through the internet, there were many rumours that Doja had a hidden music video for Like That, which she had held onto for a long time. It was also said that the video would be released on May 17, 2020, but there was likely a chance it wouldn't happen because of recent accusations. She was called racist and homophobic. May 21, 2020. 2 images from the film were purportedly released at a supposed test screening by an unidentified source, who also stated the film was scheduled for release on May 29th. Fortunately, Doja's team member was quick to point out that the release date was a snapshot from the video and not an actual date. May 23rd, 2020. One of the crew members may have gotten a file from the video after it was shot in March 2020, and they shared the entire uncut print of the film. A modern timestamp was appended to the movie and placed in the lower left corner of the screen. In contrast to the published version, the video had a neutral quality and no effects were visible. Product placement was also included in the video, however it wasn't in the finished cut. June 22nd, 2020. In an Instagram Live, Doja declared that the video would be out soon and that she was aware of the print leak. She also clarified that the leaked version would not be the official one. She further explained her decision to cut the scenes, pointing out that the majority of the first cut sequences were of utterly awful quality and that her clothes were getting too tight and her eyelashes were falling out. June 25th, 2020. When the final version of the video was uploaded to YouTube, many people gave it high praise, but some were very disappointed because of the convoluted plot and lack of repetition of the same image. As of right now, neither the primary HD unreleased footage nor any future leaks of it have been timestamped. Disney Digital Books released the smartphone game Cars 2 World Grand Prix Rad and Race on July 27, 2011. After finishing the game, the player could modify their 5 race vehicles and compete in a World Grand Prix race against a number of other World Grand Prix drivers. The game told the tale of Vehicles 2, with a concentration solely on the World Grand Prix races. The majority of the game's .apk files depend on the game data to function, and the game vanished from the App Store in the middle of 2020. There aren't any working .apk files for the game as of yet. The 10th edition of Modern Summer Games competition took place in Berlin, Germany from August 16, 1936 during the 1936 Summer Olympics. The 1936 Summer Olympics were notable not just for being held by Nazi Germany, but also for Jesse Owens' 4 gold medals. It was also the first Summer Olympics to be shown live on television. Hitler's propaganda may have included using the 1936 Berlin Games as a platform to promote Germany as a friendlier country to the rest of the world by showing off its 4,000 athletes on television while they competed. But television was still in its infancy before the Olympics began, and there was no way to buy television sets in Germany. Back then, the only places to watch television were about 7 public viewing rooms in Berlin and 1 in Potsdam. This would be extended to 25 viewing rooms in the Greater Berlin region, close to the Olympic Stadium, where locals could come and watch the Berlin Games for nothing. There were 2 more theatres to help accommodate 100 and 300 visitors, respectively, while each viewing room could hold about 30 to 40 people. More than 162,000 viewers watched the games live on television in Berlin and Potsdam combined. Jesse Owens was recognised as one of these viewers. 2 companies, Fernseh and Telefunken, were given joint responsibility for producing coverage in order to broadcast the games. It was reported that television broadcast 72 hours of live Olympic coverage in total. While Fernseh used Farnsworth gear, Telefunken used RCA equipment. Both systems could transmit at a rate of about 25 frames per second and 180 lines. The games were broadcast using 3 different kinds of television cameras in total. The Telefunken cameras employed 25, 90 and 160 cm lenses to capture a mosaic target of 9 by 12 centimeters. In the end, Telefunken broadcast for 29 hours. They were stationed at track level, south of the Olympic Stadium. To complete a full day of broadcasting, swimming events were also covered by an iconoscope camera from the German Post Office. Another Fernseh AG intermediate film camera was located at the Marathon Gate and was in charge of transmitting 34 hours of footage from the Mayfield and Reich Sports Field. Ultimately, events were broadcast from both the Olympic Stadium and the Dietrich Eckart Open Air Theatre by a Fernseh AG image dissector camera, totaling 19 hours of coverage. Given that the total amount of footage broadcast suggests that 106 hours were actually transmitted, this calls into doubt the validity of the 72-hour claim. 21 cameras in total, including 3 6-foot-long Fernsehkanonen cameras, were used to broadcast the games.